level of respect, you know. Treat us how you would treat an acorn, you know. That's how I say. Treat us how you would treat a big artist at the end of the day. Because some of us are as artists, you know, because we are in this game for you know, we are working our heads off. We hope that, you know, that they see that, and you know, that when they do ask for the service, they should be ready. They shouldn't ask if they're not ready. So, and you know, obviously, and another thing on promoters as well is promote the artists. Promote the artists. Don't now go and just choose anyone else. Promote the ones that are trying to come up. You know what I mean? And that's my you know, my shout out to all the promoters out there.
Okay, that's good. And Kazz, I didn't get an opportunity to ask you where you are now based. I know you said you're in the United Kingdom, but where in the United Kingdom? I just said a question from one of your fans.
We're based in Milton Keynes in the United Kingdom, which is between Northampton and Luton on the M1.
Right. Okay.
That's where we are based.
One of my most important questions here is I personally understand or I've heard that you guys do have a tour that is coming up. Would you shed us a bit of some light? You have a tour coming up.
Yes, we have a tour coming up. We have been asked by CNA Entertainment in Zimbabwe, which are promoters, upcoming promoters. Okay. They're very well organized, and they have asked us to come and be one of the official opening acts for Sean Kingston's show in Zimbabwe. So we are flying down for that at the moment. Apart from releasing the new album, one of our real reasons for going down is obviously we've been invited to obviously perform with Sean Kingston on stage in Harare. 2 events on the 22nd and the 23rd. One is going to be at the Celebration Center, which is an under 18s, and the other one is going to be on the Saturday, the 23rd, which is over 18s at the Harare Showgrounds. Tickets are available, and it's going to be a very good show. I can feel it in my bones, and they've got a very good lineup. You'll see in the press who the lineups are, but it's very exciting, and hopefully we can show these A-list celebrities what Zimbabwe is also made out of. Maybe you never know. You know, the whole thing is to actually show them what we are capable of doing. So yeah, that's what our real reason is for going to Zimbabwe. Apart from the release of our new album, African Spirit, we are going to be performing with Sean Kingston.
Following your work, Kazz, you guys as BKay and Kazz, you've done a lot of collaborations. You've done collaborations with Just Life and CJ. You've done collaborations with Decibel, Major E and Booker T. You've done collaborations with Culprit. You've done quite a low. I mean, the list is quite long. How do you manage the chemistry? Because from what I understand, I mean, it's hard enough to collaborate with one artist. And how do you guys how have you managed to collaborate with quite a lot?
Well, I mean, for us, collaboration is very important, and the reason why it's easy is because we're, you know, the first world country. You know, we've got internet access, so we, you know, as a Zimbabwean, we use our resources, as they say, kukorokoza. We are using all the advantages of being in the United Kingdom, good internet, you know, and just, you know, easy way to connect. You know, I mean, Culprit is in Germany, but we can write a song within a week, you know, whereas in Zimbabwe it's slightly different, because if you're thinking of writing a song with XQ or something and you're in Masvingo and he's in Harare, there's got to be some major planning, you know, which is fair enough. But, you know, in the UK, that's, you know, collaboration is also good because it also brings out different sides of an artist, you know, something that hasn't been touched. You know, for instance, I can do a track with Culprit and it can be all pop, you know, and we can write those pop tracks, and then I can write a song with Knox, who's in South Africa, and come up with a reggae song, you know, and then I can write a dancehall track with Wingy D, you know. Those are because it brings out different sides of an artist, because as you know, an artist is full of secrets, like a jack in a box. You know, an artist has got the ability to do anything. It depends on what can obviously bring that out of him. And the whole point of collaborations is to have that, you know. And also, you know, fans would love to see a track with Decibel and Major E, or Juicy and BKay Kazz, or Winky D and BKay. You know, a lot of artists would be. It's good, especially what we're trying to promote as well is to promote a lot of Zimbabwean artists, you know, upcoming artists, regardless of whether they haven't is their first single. Why not help them? You know, if the song is good, let it out. You know what I mean? This whole thought process of because the artist is not big, we shouldn't help. No, that should be out the window, especially for Zimbabwean artists. If a Zimbabwean artist is upcoming and he hasn't had an exposure, then us as kind of established artists should be promoting these youths, you know what I mean, to come up strong, because there's a lot of talent. So why not, you know? Whereas with the first world industry, in the music industry, the whole, I mean, we've been trying to collaborate with big artists like Tinchy Stride and them, but it's so hard because since they're signed to major labels, you know, they think to yourself, they always think on a business trip to say, what can you bring to the plate? You know, and it's not about that. At the end of the day, as artists, we think about what can we create for the people rather than what kind of business. See, for an artist, the first thing, as much as artists don't like to admit to it, but the first thing that comes to mind is to supply the audience with good music. Then the business comes. You understand where I'm coming from? So for me personally, as an artist, that's what I concentrate on. I concentrate on the product. What can the product bring to the people? That's what makes the hit. I mean, that's what the management is there to obviously now, you know, kind of mold that hit into making money. That's their job. As an artist, our job is to make that hit. And this is what we're concentrating on. But nowadays in this country, there's no such thing as love for music. It's love for money, whether in whatever industry you're in. And that's the problem. And that's the problem. That's where the music is going down. Hence the reason why now it's like when artists are like that, then once they forget the real reason of music, and you know, then they get burnt. Then things do not change in the first world. That's when they said, I was reading an article the other day that the life of an MP3 song, the lifespan is one play. I couldn't believe it. So, you know, it's sad because obviously back home in Zimbabwe, when people are listening, they buy your album, they listen to it and they enjoy it and they ask questions and say, what made you write this? Nowadays, it's all about, in this country here, it's all about controversy. No, it's, you know, it's sad. That's where the music industry is at this place. That's why now at the moment we're not really concentrating on the international market, we're concentrating on our people back home because they appreciate music, you know. Zimbabwean people actually appreciate music. When they listen, they listen. You know, and this is, you know, this is one of the things that I've seen in my life.
Right. That's quite a disturbing observation when you say the lifespan of an MP3 is one play. How do you see the future of the music business then, if you're going to adopt that way of looking?
Well, it's not. I'm not adapting to it. I just refuse to not see it that way. That's why I see, well, the case is if people are only listening to an MP3 once in their life, you know, like the attention span of listening to an MP3 once and that's it, then I'd rather concentrate on people that are going to listen to it all the time, isn't it? And at the moment, obviously, Zimbabwe and Africa in general is one of those places that actually listen to the music. The whole thing at the moment, the whole country right now, especially the first world countries, with regards to music industry, you know, everything has become very visual because visual is more, you know, kind of like it's actually more stronger than just audio. And
right. That brings me to my
one of those things that. Sorry?
That brings me to my next question to you. How do you keep yourself visual to your fans? I mean, what regime do you have to keep yourself, in touch, to keep yourself in contact, to keep yourself in one-to-one direct visual contact with your fans?
Well, I mean, there's music videos and blogs, you know what I mean? We try not to put too much out there because it's always good to leave a bit of mystery towards the fans, you know? And it keeps them wanting more. I don't believe in this whole movement of visual. I think it's a good idea, but I think also sometimes if you're doing it and someone else is doing it, then you know it kind of loses flavor. You understand where I'm coming from? I think it's also good to kind of leave your audience in a bit of suspense as well. You know, you never know what could happen. As I would say, keep them in a maskiri kind of fire. You know what I mean? Keep them in suspense, you know, because you never know. It's good to always keep your audience on toes, and that way they'll keep wanting more. And what we're going to do is we don't try to release too much because obviously to show our personal lives, it's not really a good thing, especially in the industry. I think you have to earn that in a sense, you know what I mean? The more you get to know a person, that's it. But now you just give everything on the table. You know, it's not good. from my point of view.
Right.
That's just my.
We're gonna take a music break, okay? And